Hopefully, Hasnain Ali, this should be the question that you asked me to do. I think I've written it down correctly. So the first thing, obviously, you use your calculator. I can't pop that up on the screen as my equipment's still in shipping, but I'll go through it as we go along. So the first thing you'll do is get minus 30 in your calculator. Okay, that's perfectly acceptable. Okay, you always need kind of one answer to go by. Now, what I actually tend to do myself is usually put the positive version of this in. Just makes your life a little bit easier when using the cast rule, but you don't need to. So if we look at it here, set up my cast rule as follows, and minus 30 will be in this section here. But as I said, what I like to do is I like to put the positive version of this in. So if you just do 1 over root 3 and then your inverse tan of that, you would get a positive 30. And all that is this acute angle here. So all of these angles are 30 degrees. And of course you go from 0, and in this direction you'd be 90, 180, 270, 360, and then so on. So it's just kind of, that's the direction you would be going when using this cast rule. Now I'm just going to switch colors up to red. So what we can see is tan theta here is a negative. So tan is positive in this section and this section, which means it's negative in the sine section and the causes section. So circle these two sections. So these are where tan is negative. So it's negative in sine, and what you can see is that this angle here is when we go from 0 right round to this line. So 0 right round to this line is 180. To this line will be 180 minus this 30. So you can see here that theta is going to be 150 degrees. Okay, what I'll do is I'll actually write it out as the 180 minus 30. Then my second solution, carry on going round, is in this section, cos. So it would be this angle here. I'll draw it for you. It's when you kind of go all the way around to here, to the point where you hit that line. Okay, nice and easy. Hopefully it makes sense. But that would be 360 minus this 30. So we get 360 minus 30 there. So my values of theta are 150 degrees and 330 degrees. Okay, and those are the ones then that fall within this range. You know it's correct because one answer's got to be between 270 and 360, and your other answer here is between your 90 and 180. Just to make sure that that whether you're taking away or adding. Some people can make mistakes with that, but that should be obvious. Now if you go back to your calculator, type tan 150, you'll get minus, it'll give you root 3 over 3, because it will rationalize that. If I pop it down on the bottom, minus 1 over root 3 is exactly the same as minus root 3 over 3 when it's been rationalized. Okay, and again, if you do tan 330, you get minus root 3 over 3. And that's the question solved between your limits. Hopefully that has helped you, and kind of anyone else who might have had a similar question.